Hey guys, let us begin with the inside current affairs, that is Insta PT30 for prelims. So we are starting with a new topic, which is international relation. The first news is about Chicago Convention. Recently, in response to SpiceJet as a air safety issue, the DGCA it issued a show cause notice to the SpiceJet. And what is this Chicago Convention? This is a convention on international civil aviation, and this was signed on 1944, December 7, by 52 states, including India. And the next news is related to Nord Stream. So, what is this particular stream? So, recently there was fear that Nord Stream 1 its shutdown would be extended by Russia in retaliation against the current sanction against Russia. So this Nord Stream 1 is a 1124 kilometer long underground gas pipeline from Vyborg, northwestern Russia to Lubmin, northeastern Germany via Baltic Sea, because it is the only source of power supply to the Germany. Already the Nord 2 stream was suspended in February 2022 in reaction to the Russia-Ukraine war. So the next news is about the INSTC, that is International North-South Transit Corridor. Why was in news? Because Russian train with 39 containers of cargo bound for India entered the Iran. Now, what is the corridor to increase trade between India and Russia? So, this is the corridor to increase trade between India and Russia, and this is a 7,200 kilometer long multimodal transport corridor. Multimode means this corridor covers both roadways for some distance, and then it also covers shipways and rail, all these things. And it also passed through Iran and Azerbaijan. And the next news is about the Chin refugee. Prosecution by the Myanmar's Tatmada. So this is a kind of community of people living in Myanmar. Because of their persecution, there is an exodus of 500,000 Myanmar people, including the Chin community, to India. So MHA is not ready to accept these people because they are not considered as refugee, but they are the rebels. They are considered as rebels. And there was also some sort of common ethnicity between the Mizos and Chins, because they come from the same tribal community, large tribal community, Zo. It is ZO. And the next news is about diplomacy. What is this diplomacy? Which means Twitter diplomacy by the many political leaders. We see many leaders, they whatever policies or things which they have to declare or say, they just tweet it nowadays. So it's called diplomacy. So it is the merging of traditional diplomacy, digital diplomacy in the Twitter. So all these lead to diplomacy. And the next news is about the IATIA. This is India Africa Trade and Investment Agreement. So government recently reiterated about this particular initiative. What are the other initiatives between India and Africa? It is PIDA, that is Program for Infrastructure Development in Africa, and the Focus Africa Program, ITEC Program, which is International Technical and Economic Cooperation Program, Pan African E-Network, Asia Africa Growth Corridor. So this is a program launched by India and Japan together. And the next news is about the landlord port model. So what is this kind of port? Jawaharlal Nehru port. This is the first major port to get 100% landlord port model in India. And this port is in Mumbai, and it is placed in the 26th place out of the top 100 Lloyd's list, top 100 port. In this particular list, this JL Nehru port is in the 26th place. So what is that landlord port model? Here the port authority, that is the government, it acts as a regulatory body and the private will carry out all the operation. For this, the private will pay revenue to the government. This model is called landlord port model. And previously government also discussed about the Badavan, which is going to be the 13th major port in Maharashtra. We'll also get into this landlord port model soon. And what are the as of now we have 12 major ports in India, and what are the various types of port model? First one is this landlord port model, we all know, and the next one is service port model, and the corporatized port model is also there. And the next news is about the WHO. WHO had recently declared monkeypox as a public health emergency of international concern. So very few diseases will be declared by WHO as this public health emergency. What are the other diseases declared as so? They are polio and SARS-CoV-2. The next news is about the Russia-Ukraine mirror deal. So what is this deal? It allows Kyiv to resume the export of grain through the Black Sea. So this will help to reduce the hunger which was recently caused due to the ban. This is also called as grain deal of Russia and Ukraine. And the next news is about the UNRWA. So India contributed $2.5 million to the UN Relief and Working Agency for Palestinian refugees in the Northeast. So what is this UNRWA? It was established in 1949, and the mandate is to assist 5 to 6 million Palestinian refugees. Okay. So to assist them only, this was established in 1949, and India recently contributed some amount. And the next news is about the UN declared access to clean and healthy environment a universal human right. So this is a good step. Clean environment is really a basic necessity. So this comes under the UN Declaration, Human Declaration, 1948. It was formed in 1948, but the drawback is that it is not a legally binding treaty. So that's all in the IR part. Now we have already dealt with the governance part, and 3 topics were left out in governance related current affairs. So we'll cover that now. Which is, first one is Eco or Kamau. This is learn and earn scheme of government. 59% of the trainees are women, which is greater than the target of 33%, and it's a good thing also. And nodal ministry in charge for it is Ministry of Minority, and this is a central sector scheme, which means 100% will be funded by the center. What is the aim of the scheme? It will try to upgrade the skills of minority youth and ensure 75% placement, among which 50% will be in the organized sector. After that is post placement, 20,000 per month stipend will be given to those trainees, and it's implemented by the Project Implementation Agency. So that's all about this scheme. And the next news is about the Operation Narcos. So attention to menace the NDPS, that is narcotic drugs and psychotropic substance. A drive was conducted against the smuggling of narcotics through rail. This was conducted in June 2022. This is Operation Narco. And the next news about the government. It deleted the NGO data. So government deleted the NGO data from FCRA site. So Ministry of Home Affairs, it recently deleted some of the data. Which data? List of NGOs whose license been cancelled. So cancelled ones data are deleted from our website. And we also have to know about the Rule 13. It talks about the declaration of receipt of foreign contribution for the NGOs. What are the NGOs which recently got rejected for their renewal? Mother Teresa Missionary of Charity, Oxfam India, Commonwealth Human Rights Initiative. So these are some of the NGO which did not get license. So we are done with the July month current affairs, and we'll begin with the next month current affairs soon. Thank you.